I'm just going to do a really quick video on the midterm. I don't really have a lot to say about it, but I figured it helps kind of remind you. I'm going to embed this in here at the top, but these are the instructions. Read through them. But the basic idea here is I am giving you all the possible questions for the exam. It's an essay exam. There's 15 possible longer essays and 15 possible shorter essays. The idea here is as you're working through and reading, you could be taking notes and kind of filling out some of these answers. You can look back through after you're done and fill out some of these answers. And then when you get to the exam, you could have some of these answers already written and you can just paste them in. Now, the way the exam is going to work is I'm going to pick one question from each, like one question from chapter 1. I'm going to pick one question from chapter 2, one question from chapter 3, one question from chapter 4, one question from chapter 5 on the short essays. The short essays are, maybe 100 words in length, 4 or 5 sentences. And, you should kind of be prepared for all of them because you don't know which question I'm going to pick. Now, with that said, as kind of a perk to that, I always say, if there's one question you prepared really well, there's probably going to be one you didn't prepare really well, and I end up asking it. So at the end, I'll have a 6th question worth 0 points. And that one is going to be, what question did you want to answer that I didn't ask? And you can then give me that question and give me that answer. Just make sure that when you do it, that you kind of come in here, copy the question and paste it, and then give your answer. That way I know what question you're answering. If you do that, I will either, if you left one blank, I'll just use that grade instead of the one you left blank. Or if you did one, or if you did all 5 of them, I'll look for the one that got the worst grade. One got like 15 out of 20. I'll just replace it with this one, which will clearly be a 20 out of 20 because it's the one you felt most confident about. As far as the essay goes, that is a longer one. It's at least 200 words. Some of them may be 300 or 400 words. Some of these will take some time to think about, but that's kind of the way exams work, is it's a chance for you to kind of apply the material, think it through. And then I'm going to pick one from each of them. Same thing at the end, you get a choice and do it. Okay, so that's kind of the way that works. As far as it goes, let me just go back here real quick. If you look here in the midterm module, it's midterm review. You can read that there. And if you come over here to the midterm exam and you come up to that, it'll give you all the information. But basically what happens is as soon as you're ready to start it, as soon as you hit start, you will have 2 hours to complete it. If you have answers pre-written, you can copy and paste them, and that'll be save you some time, or you can have kind of a framework and then write them, but you'll do it. And so when you click to start the exam, it'll open and there'll be a little preview, there'll be a little window, and you type the answer in there, and that's the way you're going to do that. Okay. The midterm exam is due actually a week, or technically 2 weeks after this module 2 ends. It's due right after spring break, the Monday after spring break. I would typically just have made it due kind of Mondays, the Monday of spring break, but obviously it's spring break, I can't give you a deadline. So I made it the midnight on the Monday after we return. Just keep that in mind. If you have time or spring break, you're free to do it and turn it in. But if you wait and you kind of don't remind yourself, I would suggest you do it before or do it over spring break, or at least be ready to spend some time on that Monday when you get back. But just kind of giving you a warning about when that falls. Okay. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope everything makes sense, and I'll just look forward to reading your exams.